Welcome to the best hour of their day podcast with your hosts, Jason Fernandez
and me, Jason Ackerman. With more than 20 years in the business,
as both coaches and affiliate owners,
our passion is to help create world-class affiliates
and coaches by building
better boxes. Welcome to
the best hour of your day.
When you do what you love, like CrossFit, coaching, or running a business, you want to do it for life. Inside Tracker can help. Inside Tracker was founded in 2009 by leading scientists in aging, genetics, and biometrics. Using their patented algorithm, Inside Tracker analyzes your body's data to provide you with a clear picture of what's going on inside you and to offer you science-backed recommendations for positive diet and lifestyle changes. Then Inside Tracker tracks your progress every day, every step of the way toward reaching your performance goals and living a longer, healthier life. If you're a coach, an affiliate owner, a trainer, a registered dietitian, or any other health and wellness practitioner, Inside Tracker has launched a new program for you to offer to your clients called Inside Tracker Pro. In addition to helping your clients optimize their health and perform better than ever, you'll also get discounts and earn revenue. Plus, you'll get free access to the Inside Tracker Pro Educational Resource Center and a free personal coach dashboard for secure access to your clients' Inside Tracker results and recommendations. Inside Tracker Pros receive a 50% discount to experience Inside Tracker themselves. Earn revenue, enjoy discounts, and help your clients perform better than ever with Inside Tracker Pro. Visit insidetracker.com/Coach Jason Ackerman to get started. Welcome back. Best hour of their day. Another special guest, another one of our amazing, successful, proud affiliate U clients, Josh Francisco. Welcome.
That was a hell of an intro.
That was good, right? That was it.
Yeah.
Right to it. I mean, that's the most impressive thing in your life, right? Just that you're an affiliate client.
I would say so. Yeah, maybe.
Let's not even talk about, I mean, I didn't know this about you for quite some time, that you are a rock star.
Oh, giving me a lot of credit there, but
come on.
Sort of, I would say. I've toured a little bit, but when I say tour, that means like in a horrible, tiny little van with like 13 dudes packed in the middle of summer. No AC, small shows, but it's fun. It's fun. It's definitely a hobby.
I mean, yeah. I mean, is heavy is what's the genre? Is it thrash metal?
So I play in a thrash metal band, and I play in a death metal band, and then a hardcore band. So like a little bit of kind of saying the same thing different ways, basically.
I was gonna say but if you had to give like one, see, hardcore to me is like punk rock.
It's got an edge of that, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, because trust me, these are the last three genres I would listen to. Like, I would have no desire to listen to anything heavier than like Enter Sandman. Like Enter Sandman is like, okay, this is the furthest I go. Now, what you're talking is like unbearable. It's loud, nonsensical, minor chords, a lot of minor keys, I imagine.
Very much so.
E minor, A minor, whatever. What's the difference between thrash? What'd you call it? Thrash, death, and hardcore.
So thrash. So first, let's just start with thrash and death. The two there, I would say thrash is going to be a little bit higher tuned. Death is going to be a little bit lower tuned.
Now you're talking like minor versus major keys.
Just basically the tuning of the guitars, pretty much. Yeah.
Okay.
So like one's gonna sound like beefy, and then one's gonna be a little more like punchy and fast. So thrash is gonna be punchy and fast. Death metal is gonna be beefy, low, still fast, but like depending on what style, like you'll have like blast beats in there and stuff. It gets really wild either way. But hardcore, that's the hardest one to describe. Like you were saying, there's definitely like
Henry Rollins-esque is who I think.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, definitely some influences from metal in that as well. So
I think what caught me so off guard about you when you told me this is you are like, and I know it's just my beliefs, but it's like you're a very happy, positive person. And I'm like this doesn't align to me.
Oh, dude, I'm actually like really mad all the time. So it's a great release. That's why I love CrossFit and angry music.
Really,
That's how I get it out.
You would classify yourself. Well, hey, you know what? Running a successful business, making a good amount of money for 23 years old turns the angriest of people happy, I suppose.
Yeah, no,
Now,
no doubt, dude. I love every day.
throw on top of that, I mean, since I've known you, and I feel like, the invite might have gotten lost in the mail somewhere. It's no big deal. You got married without telling us, basically.
Pretty much, yeah.
That was like
about a month ago.
I knew you were engaged this whole time. I mean, Caroline's been on the calls with us for nearly a year, but was this spur of the moment, or were you just not telling us about this marriage?
I was just, zip tight on that, I guess. That's funny. I guess like I was just all business and never really said much about it. But yeah, and also to be completely fair, Caroline did like all of the work on that. I was just kind of like, let me know about the food. Yeah.
What was so was it a bigger wedding? Because, I didn't know if you just had like I said, Fern and I weren't invited. So I didn't know if you did and I can understand bypassing Fern, to be quite honest. I get it if you didn't want to have Fern there, but I'm surprised I wasn't invited.
Oh, dude, it was actually, I guess you'd say it was a bigger one. I don't really know. I haven't been to many weddings. Oh God, I should know this number, shouldn't I?
Like more than 10?
Oh, dude, absolutely. It was like, I guess around 80 to 100.
Oh, that's a good, that's about the same.
It felt like a lot of people, but I didn't feel like too much. Like it was totally fine.
I want you to be completely honest with me and the listeners now, as we dive into this. What's been the better part of the last year or two? Is it the marriage, or is it working with us at Affiliate U?
Marriage.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, let's be honest, Caroline, like marriage ain't happening without us. I'm digging the sweatshirt, by the way. You got the old school vibe on that sweatshirt.
Yeah.
Is that new?
It was our most recent sweatshirt we did. Yeah. I like the little like collegiate letters. So we just kind of do whatever I like.
Hey, that's what a good culture is. And I mean, and I think that's what's so great about your box. We talk about old 97 CrossFit. One of the first conversations we had with Josh, this goes back at least a year ago or so. I remember we talked to your father to show people like Josh is 23, right?
I was 23 at the time. When I opened the box, I was 22, 23 when I started working with you guys. I'm 24 now.
Yeah. I mean, dude, when I was 22, 23, I was trying to survive. Like I was like waking up every day, like, okay, I'm still alive. Like I should feed myself, like those types of things. You're running a successful business, but like I said, one of the first things that, kind of struck us is like this young guy, an entrepreneurial spirit. Your father gets on the call because smart guy, really, helped you make the decision if this is the right move for you. I've not actually spoken to him since. What's his thoughts now a year later about this decision to sign up with? And I believe that was with Fern. Whenever it's like a mature call, like, hey, Fern, we need to talk to an adult, you got to take this one.
No, he handled it really well. Like he sold it to Dad like very well. So basically Dad, like he's like my business consultant, like I guess for the first part of opening, and he was not very stoked on how much it was going to cost.
Our cost?
You guys, yeah,
really?
That's really what it was. Yeah, he thought it, and he's been contacted by so many consultants and stuff because he owns multiple businesses himself, and just kind of thought it was BS. And then I just kind of tried to like give you guys some credibility there, and then I was like, you can hop on a call with us if you want, and he was like, let's do that. And then Fern just cleared it up, and then basically after that he started seeing things just get so much better. And if you were to like talk to him right now, like, he just left a little bit ago. I wish he was here. He would be like, hell yeah, you guys were awesome.
Really? That's really, we joke around and whatnot, but that's great to hear. Cause I mean, obviously I hear it from you and I see everything, but it's nice to know like a year later, your father thinks it was a smart decision. Yeah, no,
he's definitely had a couple times after a few drinks where he told me, it was like, You were definitely right on that one.
Oh, that's really good to hear. That's really good to hear. But, you know, and one of the things I wanted to say, you know, you are old 97 CrossFit and you're in a, we get a lot of calls and a lot of listeners will understand this. It's like, you don't get it. We're in a small town.
Yeah.
And, you know,
yeah, I was that guy.
You were that guy, but you are truly in a small town. What's the name of the town?
Danville, Virginia.
And when you say small, like give us some reference. You don't have a Starbucks, right? Or it's one of the ones in the Target.
We have one in a Target and then one that's like attached to a Chipotle, like, and they're both like flooded. We're growing. We're in kind of like a growth state, I would say. We're actually getting another Starbucks now. So I guess we're a huge town now. But
yeah, huge.
I mean, it's just a little like a country town, basically. We're definitely on the right path of growth. So it's definitely helping me too. This area that we're located in is just booming, just apartments being put up like 24/7. So
yeah, I think if the last 2 years taught us anything, is you can live anywhere, right?
Yeah.
And work virtually for a lot of these people. How did you find CrossFit to begin with? I mean, 24 years old, you're still such a young dude. How did you find CrossFit? And you know, and then ultimately what led you to the desire to own your own?
So I started doing CrossFit when I was 15. It was at a gym that wasn't an affiliate, but basically we did CrossFit workouts, like, you know, whiteboard and regular old CrossFit gym setup. My dad actually got me hooked on CrossFit, believe it or not. And I had always had just some kind of love for fitness because I started running when I was 8, which is kind of ridiculous, but got hooked on that endorphin rush after a good workout. And then I remember one Thanksgiving, my dad was talking about what he was doing at the gym to our other family members. And he was talking about like sled pushes and all this stuff with barbells. I'm like, man, that sounds pretty interesting. And he took me a couple times and then I just got hooked, dude, absolutely hooked. And then what made me want to open my own gym, I would say, is first of all, coaching, which I feel like most people are that way. But I was at an affiliate in Richmond. I was going to school in Richmond. I was going to an affiliate there. And I had a coach that was just absolutely awesome. Now that like I look back,
give him a shout out.
Brian Munoz. I'm not sure if he's still coaches.
The name's actually really familiar. Yeah.
He was so good, dude. And I think it was mainly presence.
Was he a level 4 coach, do you think? Or not even a level 4?
He's definitely not a Dr. Jason Ackerman, dude. When I got on the call and saw that, I was busting out laughing. But no, I think, and see, I can't even remember because I didn't care at that time. I think he was a level 2, but dude, he just connected with everyone so well. And it was just always fun when he was coaching. And he, you know, always would spend extra time with me and would like pump me up. He was just a good dude and definitely knew what he was doing.
Very cool. And then what was kind of the, you know, you're so young, it's still, you know, I love it. But what was the kind of path to owning your own affiliate? Because how old were you when you opened?
22.
You do everything so young. I mean, you open in a gym young, you're traveling the world as a rock star young, you're married young.
Well, I mean, I have always been around people who are older than me. I hung out with my brother, like, and his friends, they're 4 or 5 years older than me. I guess I just kind of always had a head start on things like that. And then watching my dad succeed doing his own thing and mainly not liking being told what to do by other people.
That's the key. Yeah. If you don't want to be told what to do, you got to open your own business.
Yeah. I think that's really what it was. And also I just wanted to be able to have kind of my own schedule. And I knew that, like, you know, first couple years, I'm going to have to really work for it and not be able to have my own schedule. But we're starting to get to that point where things are freeing up now. And I have enough coaches that I can live my life and do other things that I like. But yeah, it was mainly just like the freedom.
That's the key, right? And then, you know, I try to remind affiliate owners that all the time. I'm like, look, you drive by, man, you're getting some new tattoos on your, what's going on?
Yeah. I can't stop.
You got everything going.
Yeah.
And you know, I was literally driving around the neighborhood the other day and we have a Wendy's and it's like $20 an hour at Wendy's. By the way, free Baconators. Like, who doesn't want that? My point is, there's easier ways to make money than opening a business. So if you're going to open a business, at least do it for the freedom and flexibility, right? Like, we lose sight of that. And then box owners are like, hey, things are going great. Now, how can I make my life more complicated again? I'm like, or don't. Like, this is the perk. You worked so hard to get here. Take advantage of it. Like, get tattoos, get married, become a rock star. Like, those are the cool things about owning a business, which you've done. And I'm like super jealous, like at 24, that you've put all of this together. And one of the other things that really quickly stuck out about you was you created an amazing team. Like, you have a great team for such a young dude out there. How did you even develop as a leader at at 24, I couldn't even lead myself. Like, you're leading, 3-4 other coaches, and they're doing a really good job. I remember working with them every time. They not only did they do the homework, get feedback, but they were making some pretty significant improvements along the way.
Dude, I wish I had the answer to that question, because I ask myself that all the time. I'm like, how in the world did we get here?
Can you give each of your coaches a shout out while we're on here, please?
Yeah. So of course, first my wife, Caroline, Hannah, Brianna, and Morgan.
All girls, all women.
Yeah.
Let's throw it out there.
They absolutely saved my ass, dude. I would be so screwed without them. I'm so thankful for them. I get to actually live my life and not feel like I'm dead 24/7.
If you had to rank in order of importance, most influential on your life, me, your father, Caroline. Okay, let's put me in number one. Who's number two, I should ask? Maybe that's a better question.
Good Lord, man. You're killing me, because they're both going to listen to this, I'm sure.
All right. It's tied for second. Tied for second. Don't.
Tied for second. That's what we'll say. Yeah.
In the future, anybody asks us, it's always the wife. It's always your wife, number one. You're new to this marriage thing.
I'm still working on that part.
How's the marriage going? Are you guys having a good time? What's it been, about a month?
Yeah, dude. It's one month, pretty much about a month to the day. It's been great. I mean, we both work our asses off. So, I mean, we don't really see each other that much, it seems like.
That's the key to a successful marriage. Don't see your wife.
Just like a fist bump in bed, like, good night.
Hey, in passing, I'll see you next week. What was your wedding song? Was it Metallica? Was it Anthrax? Who was it?
So it was actually, I'm a big hair metal guy. Tesla, if you've ever heard of the band Tesla.
Oh, come on. Signs? Was it Signs?
Song. It was Love Song. But I love Signs, yeah.
I mean, Signs is classic. That's a remake. So you like hair band? Who's your Mount Rushmore of hair bands?
Oh God, dude. You're gonna go down a crazy rabbit hole here.
Let's hear him.
I've always been.
Go ahead.
If you consider Ozzy a hair band, he would be number one. But I mean, he's kind of looks like heavy metal, I would say.
I don't know if I could put Ozzy on hair bands, to be honest.
Yeah, I know. I guess he's just more heavy metal. Let's just say that. But number one, this is tough. I'm gonna have to say Dokken. Dude, I'm just gonna say Dokken. I'm not even gonna talk about it because there's so many, dude.
It's funny because so many. Growing up in the 80s, listening to the hair bands, Motley Crue, Poison, Def Leppard, I was never a Dokken fan. I think there's like a line of delineation where it's like hair bands and then actually decent music. And Dokken probably was more like there, and I was just more like girls, Dr. Feelgood, you know.
Definitely big Motley Crue fan. Skid Row.
Come on, 18 to Life. Come on.
Yeah, dude, that one rips.
I had the tapes, the CDs, etc.
Really?
Yeah. So you are on the road at times now. What's it like being a rock star? You're a rock star.
I wouldn't call it a rock star, but I mean, it's the times I've been on the road. Thankfully, I wasn't running this. I know I could do it if I wanted to. If I got a text from like if I got a text from my bandmates to be like, "Hey, we want to do this like week-long run. Can you make it work?" I know I could, but I mean, it's just like a week-long party. That's kind of the best way to put it. Not very good for your health. Terrible for your sleep. Very few workouts. Yeah, it's definitely rough on your ears.
I don't feel
terrible on your liver.
Oh, you're drinking a lot on this tour. I feel like if like a lot of people, like for example, I have an acoustic guitar. And I got it for one reason, obviously, to pick up girls in college, right? So that was like kind of the main reason. And it's to this day the only reason I continue to practice. Now it's for Roz. Like, hey Roz, like if I'm like, she knows if I pick out the guitar, she's like, do you want to have sex tonight? Like, is that what you're trying to do? I'm like, yes, babe. But I feel like if you wanted to go that route, like the death metal scene is probably not the most ideal path.
Yeah, definitely not. It's more of kind of like a bro sesh all the time.
Yeah.
That's kind of the way I would put it, at least. But I don't know.
I feel like you're playing to an audience mostly angry men.
Yeah, definitely a lot of angry white dudes, I would say.
Exactly.
There's girls there, but like they're kind of just like a girl version of the angry white dude. So yeah,
I dig it.
Caroline came from outside of that. That's just kind of like a unspoken thing. It's like you get your wife outside of that shit.
I like it. Keep it separate. But let's dive into a few of the things that I think were very successful for you over the last year. And first and foremost, I want to dive into your rate increase. So you had one of our lowest rates. I want to say it was $75. Is that right?
That was the very bottom tier. I had 3 levels: 75, 85, 95. 95 being unlimited, 85 being the 3-day a week thing. But yeah.
So, and what are your current rates?
We're 115 now. Again, that'll go up pretty soon, but like it's still, I know it's still low to most people, but like everyone around here, I promise you, is pretty dang cheap. But I'm finding that, they really aren't. The more I sell in here, like the amount of Pro bars that I sell.
Oh yeah. Shout out to Pro.
Yeah.
You are one of the boxes.
Real, dude. Oh my God. I literally can't keep up with it.
I want to wait before I forgot to even, I didn't even mean to bring that up for that reason, but if you're interested in Pro, listeners can use the code BESTHOUR20, 20% off. If you're an affiliate and you're interested in selling it, please hit me up. I don't want to give that code out loud, but if you're just interested in checking them out, the owners became friends of mine and I gave them out to our affiliate U clients and they are just crushing it with sales, you being one of them. But great bars, right?
Yeah, no, it's just because they're good. They're literally
delicious.
Good.
I mean, insane. you like one of the. I don't love coconut, and I know you were saying like that's your favorite flavor.
Yeah, no,
the birthday cake and the toasted marshmallow. Though there's like literally marshmallows in there.
Yeah,
like this is so cool. Good. So shout out to
you look on the back and it's like there's vegetables in it. It's like there's bell peppers in this. Like, dude, you kidding me? I just feel like I'm eating peanut butter.
Yeah, minimal calories, good amount of protein, and good quality, and like a super small business, a husband and wife team. So definitely. Yeah, no. But like you were saying, I think that's a misconception a lot of owners have. It's like people can't afford it, people are cheap, etc. Then all of a sudden they're buying $30 worth of protein bars every week, and you're like, oh wait, they can afford it. But the comment of like, hey, we live in a small town. And, I will say 75 to 115, that's absurd. That's a tremendous increase. Like, yes, I think you deserve more, but at the same time, you can't make that leap overnight. But, for you, I remember, as all of our clients, they're a little nervous with the rate increase. How did it go for you?
I mean, it went fine. If anything, I would say we kind of like trimmed the fat. So to speak. We lost some people, but I have not really missed any of them. It was mainly like open gymmers and stuff, but it went over very well in the end. I'd say like that next month, it was like revenue wise, nothing really happened. It was fine. It was totally fine.
Yeah.
And then just up from there, dude, just up from there every single month.
And that's common. Like at first, like you might lose a handful of people, and the people you're going to lose during a rate increase are the people that it's like, hey, we decided to move the rowers to the other side of the room. And they're like, I'd quit. It's like, you're going to lose those people anyway. And then ultimately the increase in rate is going to balance out for that. But then going forward, like you're suggesting over the last 12 months, every new member joining at those rates, it just shows you why you need to do that increase.
Oh, dude, I remember the first time I sold that rate and I was like, oh my gosh, man.
You're probably like a little hesitant, like, oh, I don't want to make eye contact.
Yeah. No, I said the number and there's like, like looked away. I'm like, and they're like, okay. It's like, you're all right. Like, you're not going to like stab me to death or something. Like,
it always
sure
becomes like,
like
then you wind up talking too much, right? Like, and you're going to ruin the
yeah,
sale. Where it's like, hey, let me just get you to sign up. But your overall revenue is up huge in the last year. You don't have to give us specifics, but would you say, but did it double? Did it more than double over the last year? Is it close?
I'd say while I was doing Affiliate U, from then I'd say over double. Yeah, over double.
Your revenue is over double. No wonder your father thinks this. He's probably like, "Are you going to move out of our basement now?"
Yeah. Hey, that's another thing. We closed on a house during Affiliate U too. So
you bought a damn house in the.
Yeah.
You bought a house? You're 24. Yeah. You bought a house with your money that you're making at your gym?
Pretty much.
That's incredible, dude. Like, you're living it's the awesome entrepreneurial dream. A few factors I want to talk about when it comes to box success. Obviously, doubling your revenue, never a bad thing. How about retention? How has your retention been since working with Affiliate U?
Oh, it's been great. I never realized how much of a focus it needed to be. And honestly, like, that's my favorite part. I enjoy that. I love like writing cards to people and then hearing them get it in the mail and they're stoked on it, and then doing the checks weekly. Like, it's definitely helped so much. And I know I've gotten so many people back in the door just because I've been like, hey, where you been? You all right? And they're like, I'm just not feeling great. Look, just come in and move anyways. Like, it's definitely the most slept on thing in running your affiliate.
What are some of the things that you attributed to that you started doing working with us to help with the retention?
The weekly check. That's like the biggest thing. And
so what do you do for that? What's it look like for you?
Every Wednesday, I run a little report and see who hasn't been in a week. If I just haven't seen them around, sometimes I'll still just check on them because there's some classes that I don't see way too often. But I run that report, hit them up, be like, is everything okay? Like, are you just on vacation? What's up? Like, you just gotta, like you guys had said before on a podcast, approach them like a friend, not like a get in here, you need to work out, you fat idiot. Like
how you been? We miss you. We haven't seen you. Everything okay?
Because that's the truth. It should be, at least. And
you feel
just
like
approach them like a friend.
Have you had any? Can you think of any interactions where you did that and the member was like super appreciative or grateful, or even that was what stopped them? Oh, really?
Every week, literally every week. It's just like, thank you for checking in. Like, there's always someone that's like, yeah, like, I'm just on vacation. Like, appreciate you checking in. Like, that's really cool that you even did that. Like, I didn't realize you were thinking about me. Like, every week it always happens. But like, there's definitely times too where it's like they were kind of down in the dumps and just needed someone to pick them up a little bit. Like, hey, like, come on, get back in here. Like, we miss you. Like, everybody in the class is asking about you. Come in, hang out. I don't care if you move like absolute trash today. Like, just keep your low back safe and move on.
Yeah, I think that's a very overlooked thing. It's like that message, because another week goes by and then another week goes by and all of a sudden they're like, I haven't been to the gym. I'm paying $115. Let me cancel this. And you probably got them back in. How do you interact with them when you reach out?
I would say basically I'm just like, hey, what's up? Like, everything okay? That's usually the first thing. But
via text?
I ask is like, yeah, I'll do text.
And that's key. And the reason I ask is it's like so much more personal than like,
no, I'm never gonna like send some professional email like, hello, how have you, like, like, just hit them up like a friend. Be like, dude, what's up?
Like, if your buddy wasn't showing up to practice, you'd be like, where the hell are you? Right?
Yeah.
How are you?
Genuinely what it is too. Like, if you're not genuine about it, then it's not gonna work. You got to send them something real. And that's what I try to do. It's like, hey, everything all good? We've been missing you here at the 3:30. Like, what's up? And then
you're giving specific times.
Yeah.
Right. Like the class they would typically attend.
Yeah. No, I know. I try to make sure, I know every single thing about every person in here. Like you guys say, like Ford. And if I know they work hard and have like crazy hours, to be like, hey, like, you working too hard or something, get in here. Like, don't work yourself to death. Make that time for yourself, blah, 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 things like that.
Do you ever feel like because you're so young, your members are like, who's this young guy?
100%. And then, I don't know, I definitely have to do a little more like gaining of respect, but most people that come in here are referrals and like just kind of already know the deal because they've been referred by someone who already loves me. So it works out nicely.
Like, don't worry about his long hair, his death metal. Like, he's a good dude.
I'm always trying to prove myself in the first class when it's a new person, no doubt.
Yeah, it's a challenge, right? Like, so, but it's, I mean, clearly a challenge that you're overcoming, not only overcoming, but crushing.
Oh, dude. And it's honestly, for me, it's not that bad. I honestly think it's 10 times worse for people like all my other coaches who are younger girls. But they're awesome. They are not scared to strip down some bars. They're not scared to, kind of step back and be like, all right, sink your own ship. This is what's going to happen. Just watch. And then then the person is like, okay, cool. You know what you're talking about. It's had to happen a couple of times and it's really funny and I love it. But
you know what?
And that's definitely tougher on them.
There's no like, hey, women, men, age. You're always going to have some people and it's like, cool. I love it. I've done that before. Like, cool. You want to use 95 today? All right. Class ends at 4. You're leaving. Like, so, and then in the middle of the workout, they're like, this was a mistake. Thank you. And I think that's a lesson a lot of people need to learn. It's you're doing them a favor. It's not you imparting your position. It's you saying, hey, I'm protecting you from your own ego. And
my favorite is I'll walk up and be like, you might regret that. And it's kind of funny at that point, and they'll just be like, are you think? I'm like, yeah, you might regret that. Let's go 10 pounds less or something.
Let's go a little lighter.
Yeah. It's all about that delivery.
Talk to me about this. We kind of alluded to with FroPro, average client value. Your rates went up. And I think a lot of things people don't consider when it comes to their rates is your rate is great. We want everybody paying minus discounts, like full rate price. However, there's other ways to generate income. And whether it's retail, like your cool, sweatshirts or bars and other things. Have you seen your average client value go up beyond just the rate increase?
100%. I would say the increase also just brought better people who are going to spend money anyways. I mean, I feel like pretty much everyone in here buys something extra, and that makes all the difference. You can have like 95 people who are just absolutely awesome when it comes to average client value, and you're good to go. That's all it takes. And I think it's way less trouble.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, people want to pack their doors with people on discounted rates. And I'm like,
no.
Every member you have, good or bad, is an opportunity for drama, right? Like, it's another human being, period. Like, there's opportunity for clashes of personality, etc. So by increasing your rates, you are kind of minimizing some of those people. And then you're also, you need less people to cover the bills and then to ultimately be profitable. So if I can be profitable with 100 people versus 200 people, you're just, it's less room for that drama.
Absolutely. It makes so much more sense. I mean, we've had our situations of drama, but I mean, I wouldn't say it's anything on like some of the scales I've heard and affiliate you.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm like, good God, man, like, oh, we have awesome people, like, oh yeah, we have a great community. Like, we literally have an amazing community. It's like just a bunch of middle-aged people who do not give a rat's ass
easy
about
on the middle-aged.
It's awesome.
Easy on the middle-aged. Easy. But you're right. Like, you get to be 30, 40. You're just like, I'm here to work out, be healthy. Dude, like, I don't need the drama here.
I remember we had a guy come in from a gym in Roanoke. He's been with us for a few months now. And the funniest thing he said to me, he was like, man, you guys, you party harder than any gym I've ever been to. Like, you guys drink so much. It's hilarious. Like, we party hard, but that was like one of the best compliments I don't know if it was a compliment, honestly, but that was one of the best compliments I ever got, because we have awesome events and, again, just awesome community in general.
But that's trickle down. Like, you're putting in a lot of hard work and effort to get there. And
no doubt.
It's one of those things that, in time you reap the benefits of that. You start with the right message from day one. Like, We have an episode coming out with Nicole Christensen where the standard becomes this. Are you drinking right now, by the way? Like, is that a beer?
No, no. It's sparkling water.
I mean, I know it's 2:00 in Virginia or 3:00
Yeah.
on a Monday.
Yeah.
But you do the right things, and that's the kind of thing that it's like fitness. Like, just show up every day and train, and you'll get fitter. To just show up every day at the box, doing the right things for the right people, and all of a sudden you've got a great community on your hands.
No, you just have to care. You literally have to care. If you don't mean it, like it's not going to work.
Yeah, and then your members sense that. Well, one more thing I want to touch on when it comes to success is your responsibilities. So a lot of times you have the box owner. It's like my responsibility is basically everything. Things I like, things I don't like, things I never want to do, I have to do. How has that shifted for you in the last year?
Well, I mean, like, again, having a team, of course, I could take a lot more time off of coaching if I wanted to, if I really like tried to, push the coaches on the floor a little more. But I don't know. I would say I definitely have a lot more free time to work on the business, and I definitely make sure I have that time. It's still kind of tough because I do have to do most of the coaching, which again, I love that part of it, but I definitely do a lot more working on the business. 100%.
Yeah, and I think that's probably one of the issues. You have a very young staff, so they're busy. They have their careers going on, but I'm sure in time, and that could be one of the next things that we strive for is getting a full-time coach on.
Yeah, working on that currently. That's definitely like the next big step, because I know like once I have that full-timer, I can really rock it behind the scenes.
Yeah, and that's when it's just like gasoline on the fire. You got a coach there now, and you can really work on the business. But it's great to hear. I mean, first and foremost, that you love coaching, as you should.
Yeah. And, I never want to lose touch with the classes. And honestly, if I had a full-timer, I could like pick and choose a little more and like coach more 5:30s instead of being like, I need to peace out just because I'm beat from the
Tired,
day.
Yeah.
Coach more 6 a.m.s, but.
Yeah, and like we always tell people, it's not that you don't have to be there; it's that you want to be there at those times instead.
Exactly.
It sounds to me like you've got quite the successful life going on. What's next,
dude?
Look, I'm gonna give you some advice.
Let
me give you some life advice before you go too crazy.
Uh-huh.
You tend to do things quickly and irrationally, as some might say. Don't rush the kid thing.
Oh, dude, don't even worry about that.
Okay, don't rush the kid thing.
No, that's one thing that we're gonna wait on. Trust me. We've already had the people being like, "Are you gonna give your parents some grandbabies?" It's like,
don't.
Oh my God,
listen,
no.
I'll shoot you straight. Everyone lies when it comes to kids.
Yeah.
So don't rush it. I'll tell you, it's amazing. Not at 24, it's not going to be amazing. It's going to be like, this thing has ruined my life, as I did for my parents.
100%. 100%.
So slow it down, maybe 30. Give yourself a good 6 years, grow the business, spend some time with the wife. Yeah, and then then it's time. Your father's young. He's not in a rush for some grandbabies. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You'll be okay. But what's next on the business front? What's going to happen in Old 97, in 2022?
Dude, so right now we're actually in the process of knocking a wall down to make the classroom bigger. We're turning another back room into kind of like the open gym room for whoever wants to do like, I don't know, like an extra lift or another Metcon or something. Other than that, basically just trying to keep up with the growth. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised within the next like 2 years if we have to get out of here and go to a bigger space and hopefully own a space. That would be sick.
That's certainly next. Yeah. For you, it's been, we talk about that a lot with clients. That's the next level. If you can own the space, which probably 99% of affiliates never get to, you're so far beyond, and then it becomes so much more opportunity, whether it's subleasing space within a building you own or, the land is appreciating. There's so much value there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. But no, it's really just trying to keep up with growth, trying to always be a step ahead.
What are you doing in your own personal life to ensure some balance?
Well, I mean, mainly having the coaches allows me to have that balance, but Saturdays, I don't have to come in if I don't want to, because we have a coach that'll do the whole morning. And I don't know, that's my time to come in and hit a class and hang out with everyone. And then again, I get to have that whole day. Sundays, no work at all, ever. I try to make sure I never do any work on Sundays.
I love it.
Other than that, I mean, I work, it kind of like weirds me out when I think about it. I work like 10-hour days, but it feels like 2 minutes just because it's fun the whole time. And, you know, part of that time is I get to work out. I make sure I have like a solid 2 hours to work out.
24. Enjoy that now. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I promise you, I'm a like one and done. Good Metcon, maybe a little like accessory work, but dude, I'm one and done. Longevity, baby. I want to do this for a long time.
Vitality is what we call it here.
Yeah. Sure. Don't get me started on that.
Good stuff going on though. I mean, like I said, we are super excited. What's really fun for us is, you know, we remember all of our initial calls, you know, Fern and I, and, you know, one of the things we typically say is like, hey, you don't get it. Like, it's like somebody walks into your affiliate and they're like, I'm not quite ready for CrossFit. As an affiliate owner, you know, that's kind of signals you're like, you're never going to be ready. And
no, never.
The worst thing you can do is not come in for 3 months, because you're going to spend money at a Globo gym. You're not going to do anything anyway. If you even join a gym, see in 3 months when you're worse off than you were today. And when we talk to potential clients, it's the same thing. We know if they just sign up and get started, they're going to be successful. And you're a perfect example of that. So, you know, kudos to your dad for trusting in us, because I'm sure he was a big part of that decision. And
absolutely.
You know, but more importantly to you for, you know, you put in the work too. It wasn't like you signed up and just expected it to be handed to you. You were always putting in the work. You were always on the calls. You were always working on the curriculum, doing a great job with the coaching staff. So I'm super excited, dude. At 24, like I said, I don't think you are aware of how far ahead you are than most of the world.
I definitely don't feel like it. I feel like I'm just doing what I'm supposed to do. I don't like to sit around and do nothing. I'm very high energy, but I'm just trying my best. That's what I tell people all the time. Like, because I hear this a lot. It's like, dude, you're so young. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just trying my best. I'm just trying my best.
Well, you know what? That's all we can do. And you are trying your best and succeeding. It's awesome to watch you from a distance, you know, and hopefully one day, you know, maybe when they get another Starbucks or two in your town, Fern and I will take a trip.
Come on down, dude. I'm like 3 hours from him.
All right. Next time we're in Virginia Beach, we're going to road trip. Maybe you'll give us a little guitar lesson, teach us a little bit about that hardcore.
We got a pond on the property. We got a shooting lane for Fern. So come on down.
You know, Fern's probably on his way once he hears that you got guns. Fern's on his way. But Josh,
absolutely.
it's a pleasure to watch you. It's a pleasure to be a part of your journey. And I'm excited to see the growth that you've got going on. Congrats on the wedding. Congrats on the box. Congrats on the tattoos. Congrats on everything you got going on. But keep up the great work.
Dude, I appreciate y'all's help. I appreciate it. I'm trying my best, like I said.
That's all you can do. Good stuff, my man.
Thank you.
Thanks for checking out this episode of the Best Hour of Their Day podcast. We appreciate you listening and choosing to have us help you in your passion for coaching and affiliate ownership. You can find more episodes just like this on all podcast platforms. If you're interested in learning more, you can reach out to us on any social media platforms, or you can visit www.besthouroftheirday.com to book a call. If you found this episode helpful for you, please share it so that we can help other coaches and affiliate owners to help build a bigger and stronger CrossFit community. Thanks for listening.